had an amazing cast, and Edie McClurg, who's in Bueller, was in it as well, and we won Drama Log Awards for it. And one of my acting coaches, Lee Kilton Smith, directed it. And it was just an amazing dream, and it was really immersing yourself in full on 6 weeks, 5 days a week show. Mm-hmm. And flew in some friends from Chicago who did the sets. And so that was probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. It was really, really amazing. I'd like to do that again. I'd like to produce another play like that.
Are you still writing screenplays?
No, I don't write. Well, I wrote a TV show, and I have pitched. I can't really consider myself a screenplay writer. I wrote a couple TV shows that we were pitching at one point with my writing partner. My stuff is more writing about my experiences, things that happen to me, and the things that I do, the crazy things I do and why I do them. I'm trying to figure out what the thread to the show is. But I do a lot of traveling, too. That's kind of my love, and so writing those crazy stories. So we'll see what the thread of the show is. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but hopefully it'll just be funny and, people get a laugh out of it. So.
Well, I know you're on the road a lot. Where do you go next?
From here to New York.
Okay.
And then back to LA, and then in April, Ireland and Scotland. And then maybe Nepal in October.
Really?
We might go on a 12-day hike through Nepal with the same friends I did Machu Picchu with. And then come to find out I have a friend in Nepal who's a watchmaker who said, if you come to Nepal. So I use it for product placement, but he lives part-time in Nepal.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So, and then who knows what is going to happen in between. I think next year we're hoping to do something with, this year with the Cubs, we're hoping to do an event with them. So, the girls were always doing something. We never know when it's coming. It just magically appears.
So they just kind of interject.
Well, it doesn't magically appear. As my friend Irene Gottlieb and Donna Cohn and Tracy Reiner and all those, doesn't just magically appear. But
well, no, but you've got a great support system, and
sure.
You've got a great team that you work with. Who's been your most fun to work with?
Oh, that's a good question. I think probably Tom and Gina. I think so. They made me laugh a lot, those two. They were pretty funny. They had a great sense of humor. They were fun. Madonna was funny, too. She really was hilarious.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, there was some funny, we had a lot of funny moments with all of us. It just great funny things that happened and that we laughed at. So I think those two probably.
What was your worst experience?
Worst experience? I don't really want to comment on that. It came to mind immediately.
Uh-oh.
But I'd rather not say.
Okay,
no.
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I think sometimes, and it doesn't happen very often. I mean, once in a blue moon, you're just like, this isn't my cup of tea, and but it doesn't happen that often. I've had some great experiences. I haven't had,
Well, one of the fun things that I learned about interviewing was watching the Actors Studio.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite word?
Favorite word? Wow. You know what? I thought about that, and I had it. I was like, what would I choose if they asked me that? I think courage is my favorite word.
That is a good word.
Yeah, I think, and then because it means heart, and I think that I think my mom taught me that. So I would say courage. Yeah.
What's your least favorite word?
Oh, never. Never going to happen. Never. Never.
So it's not can't, it's not won't, it's never.
Yeah, never. Never.
It's final.
It's final. It's a stop point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never going to happen. It makes me angry.
Really?
Yeah. Watch me.
Don't tell me no.
Don't tell me no. Because if you can't go around it, you go over it. If you can't go over it, you go under it. And then you know what? And then there you are. If because you don't have a crystal ball, you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-mm.
I mean, my life certainly has not been what I thought it was going to be. So.
What do you feel was your greatest success?
I'm hoping it was being a good daughter. I hope that was my greatest success. I don't know if it was, but I hope that's what it was.
Oh, I have
or
a
being
feeling
a great
it probably was.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope That's what I was.
I know
yeah.
your mother must be proud of that answer.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
What do you think was your biggest failure?
I think letting fear get in the way is sometimes my biggest failure. Still having to overcome fear and letting it get in the way. And I think it's something that everybody encounters. I don't think everybody talks about it, but I think that that's something that I work on every day, is to make sure that I don't let that become my story. I think we tell ourselves a lot of stories that we tell ourselves these stories all the time of stuff that's never happening, not currently happening. And I think it stops us, and then we let the fear get in the way. So I think that I continue to make sure that I don't tell myself stories and just let things happen as they're supposed to, and just follow the thread of where I'm going. And I think that sometimes we get fearful. And I think that's why I write these stories, because I've done crazy things to overcome the fear. So, I think that could be. And hopefully not as often as it used to be. So,
well, anyone who's ever seen you has to know that you never show it.
Mm-hmm.
You never show it.
That's the trick, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Never let them see you sweat.
Right. Well, I did go skydiving once, and I remember the camera was on me, and everybody said, "Wow, you look so relaxed up there." And I was like, "That's how I have to look every time, like I'm skydiving, relaxed, like I'm relaxed while I'm skydiving," because I was terrified. My heart was in my mouth, and I thought, I could do this. I can fake that I'm not afraid. So that there you go. So thank you for saying that.
It would take a Halloween mask for me. I'm sorry. I have family that does that for fun. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just
once was enough.
Once was enough. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in all that you have given us today,
mm-hmm.
What are your parting thoughts?
My only parting thought is I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the interview. I'm just grateful to be here and be able to, be part of all the stuff that we did this week, and
mm-hmm.
grateful for my friends and family, and don't take it for granted. We're very lucky. We're very lucky. People.
We're lucky to have you here.
So,
this
thank
is
you.
amazing. I know that privacy is at a premium.
Uh-huh.
When you do the kinds of things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
But if people wanted to find out more about you, how could they do that?
They can go on IMDb. They can look at my website, which is pattipelton.com, www.pattipelton.com, and they can always send an email to me if they want to get in touch with me this is a AOL, don't judge.
AOL?
I have an AOL. I have a Gmail account, too, but I'm going to give you my AOL account. It's LaFemme2, which is LEFEM, P as in Paul, the number 2, at AOL.com. That's probably the best way. But they can also get hold of me on my website. I mean, I'm joking a little bit about the AOL, but I have a website that they can always send me an email off of that.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you are a little more accessible than maybe people realized.
Well, for product placement, definitely.
Sure.
I mean, that's the thing. That's my business, and I'm always available to, And again, if anybody wants to talk to us in all seriousness about,
mm-hmm.
Women's sports or promoting women's baseball, they can always contact me off my website as well. And we'll look at that and see if we can help out and push this, as much as we can. So. Right. We're available for that as well, and maybe the girls as well.
We know how important that is to you as well. And it's a great cause. It's a worthy cause. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's a lot of young girls out there that probably would never had considered doing anything other than their small towns.
Right.
So as a girl from a very tiny town,
mm-hmm.
We thank you for all you do.
Oh, thank you.
You empower our young women to think higher.
Well, thank you. And they empower us, too. It's a give and go, so.
It is.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank our guest, Patti Pelton, today. And you have been listening to Society Bites Radio on Community Cafe. Please tune in next time when we have more interesting and fun guests. And if you missed the first part with Patti Pelton, please just go to our website at societybitesradio.com, and that's BYTES, and you can pick up our archive, and you'll be able to hear part 1 of the interview and repeat part 2 if you'd like to. So until next time, see ya. Thanks for coming in. See you tomorrow. Remember, the topic is always hot. And oh hey, don't forget your change.